You see, this egusi stew is a must try. Guys, have you ever tried this recipe? Let's walk you through it.
Flora kitchen where the magic begins. From Africa to the world, let the food tune in. Delicious recipes made with heart and care. If you're hungry for joy, you will find it here. Flora kitchen where the magic begins. From Africa to the world, let the food tune in.
Hey lovelies, welcome again to Floever's Kitchen. Thanks for joining. Happy New Year to you all. Trusting God the celebration went well. Guys, let's check out this Cameroonian delicacy, Egusi Stew. Oh my God, this is Egusi Stew with a difference. With simple, easy recipes, but tastes absolutely amazing. Guys, let's go through it. If you are a lover of this kind of soup, Egusi stew or melon stew, then this video is for you. There are hundreds of ways out there to prepare egusi stew, but guys, you see this my particular method. If you are ready to eat it with your yam, your boiled plantains, your cocoyam, this is the best way to prepare it. And I'm going to go through with you with simple recipes. So I already blended that egusi, as you can see, fried it in hot oil. If you watch from the beginning of the video, so I'm putting in my ingredients like salt, maggi, give that a good mix. Guys, if you want to come out with this kind of texture, then you don't need your egusi to be too watery. You just blend it, mix with water and fry it first. So when you mix with little water and fry it, fry the egusi until that water is dry up and only the oil is showing. Okay, then you can now add in your ingredients, any ingredient of your choice, but here we have the maggi, salt, and I'm bringing in the chicken spices. Next, add in a little white pepper and mixed very well. Guys, there is a secret here. If you do not have a lot of melon seed or egusi and you really want your egusi stew to look like this, then you have to put in 2 eggs, crack in 2 eggs and fry in the hot oil first before adding the egusi. Okay, that's a little secret. So after that, we bring in our boiled beef and mixed thoroughly.
Inside Flora kitchen where the magic begins. From Africa to the world, let the food tune in. Delicious recipes made with heart and care. If you're hungry for joy, you will find.
Next, I'm adding in the shredded or deboned fried fish. You can use dry fish or any fish of your choice. And I also added already cooked tomatoes, like fried tomatoes. I'm not putting a lot of tomatoes there because I don't want it to be too reddish. I like it white.
Taste the blessings from above. Cooking simple, cooking bright. Turn your kitchen into life. Come and follow babies. Culture and flavor and happiness.
I'm adding in a little stock that was left. Guys, you don't need your sauce egusi stew to be too watery, so you have to be mindful of the water you're putting. I really want it thick because I'm going to be eating that with boiled plantains or ripe plantains. In fact, this is my husband's favorite way. Sometimes he'll just tell me, babe, please, can you make me that egusi stew that is like very thick? Yeah, so this is how we always do it. And guys, it's the best method ever. You really enjoy it. So guys, I'm finally bringing in the rest of the ingredients like ginger, garlics, all blended together with a little bit of green spices, onions, green pepper, just little. Okay guys, so mix that all together and cook until it's ready. Before cooking to get ready or to boil for a while, you have to add in a little bit of water like this, so that, or even more, because your egusi needs to really cook for some time, at least 30 minutes, so that it doesn't taste raw. Okay, so after mixing all of that, then I'll have to cover and cook until it's ready. So egusi has been boiling for a couple of minutes. We'll stir and we'll check and stir first again, then later on taste. If it still tastes raw, then you have to put in little water again, cover and boil until it is ready. So here comes our egusi. It's finally ready. Oh my god guys, I wish I had a good lightning. My lightning is not the best. You would have seen how attractive, glittering this looks like. I'm just imagining it on a solid, cute, lovely, breakable white plate with ripe plantains or yam. Oh my gosh, are you feeling it? Are you feeling me? Yes. So our egusi is finally ready. Oh, I was making a little stew at the side. Okay, I wasn't cooking only this egusi stew guys. I had other food I was cooking along to just keep in the fridge, because after this short break, it is work upon work upon work upon work. I won't be having time to be cooking all the time, so I had to stock all of these in the refrigerator. You can see how thick that egusi looks like. Can you see? Where is your yam? Please come on. Is it boiled cocoyam, ripe boiled plantains, or even cassava? Whichever one, as long as it is biteable or chewable, it's good to go with this delicacy. Guys, I'm just garnishing that. I didn't put it inside the soup. Okay, we need to eat it raw. If you are in this country, you see the importance of eating vegetables raw. Okay, not in our African mentality. We know that everything we must cook, guys. Oh, so I told you that I wasn't only making egusi stew. I had other recipes like tomatoes, fish sauce, ndole, to be eaten with the boiled plantains and sweet potatoes. Ooh, and here comes the egusi stew itself. Guys, you needed to taste this. I don't want to talk too much. Just try the recipe and you will thank me later. Okay guys, thanks for watching. See you again in my next video.